Okay, it's Peter. Welcome back. So I just spent an hour going through Google and showing you why it wasn't working and why they're having issues and who's coming up and who isn't. And you're welcome to watch that because I'm going to post it because I think it's really great. But you may not have an hour, so I'm just going to bypass that for a little bit. So I basically went to Google and I did some searches. I didn't get the results I wanted. I went to Twitter and I used their search and I found somebody that was doing what I wanted, and lo and behold, they've done loads of tweets and they have loads of followers. They're using all the tags and everything. They're interacting with their audience with all the @ symbols. There we are, and they're interacting. Sorry, there were some @ symbols a minute ago. They're active and they're interacting. Lost interaction now, but anyway, it was there. There it was. Sorry, just saw it. No, that's them. So they're actually that's them. Hang on. Anyway, they're busy. That's the bottom line. And they're even posting, some stuff there. But they've done 12,000 tweets, and they've got 22,000 followers. The link to the website was there, and their website was more what I wanted. It was direct to the point. I was looking for dog training and I found it, but I found it better with Twitter than I did with Google. Okay, I'll say that again. I found it better with Twitter than I did with Google, and that's what's tending to happen, is people are tending to use other sources that they can rely on, where they can actually ask a question and get recommendations and see what's going on, and ask interactively with the people what's happening. Anyway, so Google was a bit of a washout, and then I went to there it is. I don't know what it was there. Then I went to find out the Shopify store. I found loads of Shopify stores that were merchandise about dogs, but not actually about dog products for dogs themselves. Anyway, I finally found something, at least it was about dogs, which is called FamilyBulldog.com, and they're only getting about 1,000 visits per month on their Shopify store. Not really earth-shattering, but anyway, we'll check them out. So we can see that Google don't hate them. They do come up number one in Google search for Family Bulldog. They have gone the extra mile to get the extra listings done, but this is their website, and despite the fact that they've got all these social channels listed down the bottom, Facebook's live, but Twitter is back to their own site, Google Plus is back to their own site, YouTube is real, Instagram is back to is an Instagram thing, and Pinterest is back to their own site. So they do whatever they do on their on their store, but their YouTube channel, 3 videos, homepage video last updated a year ago. Okay, I can't see how many. They've got 19 followers. Okay, Instagram account 57 posts, pathetic. 241 followers. Last update, I guess it's that one, is it? 2 days ago. So they did something moderately recently, but there's not a lot happening there, and 24 likes and 3 comments. And if we look at their most popular things, so they're on average getting about 20 likes and a couple of comments if they're lucky. So really apathetic Instagram account, really apathetic YouTube account. Facebook, okay, 2,500 people like it, so that's encouraging. There was an update April the 19th. Okay, not a lot of comments going on. So likes and not comments, basically. Nothing really engaging the audience there. Okay, so the Facebook's their best, but that's it. If we look at them in familiar, it's similarweb.com, They basically don't have enough going on to even be tracked on that front. Okay, and the fact that they're only getting 1,000 visits a month to their store, with all that going on, kind of intimates that. But let's look at the value of what they've got. So, Google think that they rank. This is a reverse engineering tool. Google think that they rank for 682 keywords, or relevant for 682 keywords, but they're only getting 208 hits of traffic per month due to that. So they're very low traffic keywords, and to get that much traffic in PPC with the value they are and everything would cost them $12. So they're sitting on $12 of traffic. They're getting about 200 hits a month, and they rank for 682 words. And the most profitable word they've got is English Bulldog grooming, which is fair enough because they sell bulldogs, and then maybe they've got a content argument, but they're ranking in position 45 for that, which would be on page 4 or 5 on Google. Training bulldog puppies, position 91, so they're on page 9 for that. And female French bulldogs, they're on page 3 for that. That would be worth something in terms of volume, in terms of potential. English bulldog puppies for sale, which is exactly what they do. They're on position 98, which is page 9. So they're on page 9 for what they do the most, with the most potential. Next thing up, bulldogs puppies for sale. Page 90 again, page 9 again. English bulldog for sale, page 4. English bulldog for sale, page 5. Bulldog for sale, page 8. Okay, so they're not doing so great there. And position wise, what they do rank for is family bulldog, but only 140 people a month apparently look for that, and it's worth nothing to anybody because it's a very broad term, I guess. EnglishBulldog.com. Who is this? Oh, this is familybulldog.com. So they're ranking for that. So they rank for family bulldogs, but they're not really of much value. You think bulldogs would be more popular than that, wouldn't you? But anyway, and the first word that's kind of available. Yeah, well, there we go. Buy English bulldog puppy. They're on page position 17, so they're on page 2 for that. But it's only got 50 traffics a month, and it's worth about 90 cents. So, not fantastic. But basically, look at what they're, Google are earmarking them for, and bear in mind the social traffic, apathetic social traffic they had. Now, do you think there's a connection between their apathetic social traffic and their SEO? And I mean, they've tried the SEO quite well. Sorry, I just had to cough there. They've tried their SEO quite well because they have all these extra pages to go with it, but they're not really getting any traffic. And on the store itself, they're getting 1,000 visits a month. Okay, so we know that they're not doing very well because that's their store. Okay, so they've tried SEO, apathetic social traffic. Do you think there's a correlation? Okay, then we looked at another site called Chewy, which are found by a link of a link of a link. This is just a store. Okay, it's just a store. It's mainly pet food. They don't sell clickers or dog training. They have some free content on dog training, some videos. Obviously, they do lots of brands, and they've got all this social activity down here. Now, let's look at their social activity. Google don't hate them. They've got 932 pages indexed, although of course when we go to the nth degree, it's only about 600. They are loved by Google. They've got all these extra pages happening there, and you can see that their Facebook channel comes up first, after their actual domain name. And if we look at them on Facebook, we can see that they are very active. They've got 329,000 people liking it. Compare that to the 2,500 people who liked familybulldog.com, what it was called. And these have got 329,000. Last post 3 hours ago. Post before that 11 hours ago. Post before that 14 hours ago. Post before that, when was that? I can't see when that was a comment. Yeah, yesterday at 2 p.m. So, pretty active. They're getting likes, and are they getting comments? I've seen a lot of comments actually. But some, if a bit. But nonetheless. Oh, there's 4 replies there. There we are. Yeah, so there's interaction going on there. Obviously, they're responding, so they're actually interacting with the page. So that's all good. But remember, 329,000 interactions there. Let's look at their Twitter. On the Twitter, they've got 9,000, almost 10,000 tweets. Okay, they've got 11,000 followers. If we look at their replies and stuff, yeah, they're interacting. There's the ats. They're talking to customers individually. Okay, in social interaction going on there. 10,000 tweets and 11,000 followers. Let's look at their Pinterest. 19 boards. They've done 1,200 pins. And they have 2,000 followers. Not so terrible. Instagram, 722 posts. It's fairly respectable. 22,000 followers. If we look at their main things, they're getting 600-700 likes. Sorry. Here, this particular post here, for some reason, has got 12,000 comments. I don't know why so many. Oh, it was a competition, that's why. Oh, okay. So they did a competition, they got 12,000 responses to their competition. That's pretty good. But an average sort of cute picture post would get 4, 8, 375. That's another competition there. So they run competitions quite a lot. So it's not a competition, they get maybe 12 things, but they are interacting, they are speaking, people are speaking to them. Yeah, so they're speaking to them there. So their Instagram account is active, busy, what you call it. Google Plus, 2,500 followers, almost almost 500,000 views. Okay. Now on this one, the last post was actually 2014, December 2014. So they've been this lapsed quite a lot, but they did build it up to that level. I don't know why they stopped, but maybe they just went to concentrate on Facebook or something. But again, it was very active, and it has got a lot of content on there, a lot of activity, and it was a Google property, of course, remember, because that was Google Plus. Now, do you think any of those factors, the fact they have a busy and interactive Facebook channel, they have a busy and interactive Twitter channel, they have a busy and interactive Pinterest channel, they have a busy and interactive Instagram channel, and they have a busy and interactive, or you did have a busy and interactive Google Plus account. Do you think that contributes to the fact that Google liked them? And do you think that explains why, whilst these people weren't doing enough to get noticed, and they had 1,000 visits to their store, that Chewy have got, calling it SimilarWeb, 4.5 million. 4.5 million. Now, do you think there's a correlation between the 4.5 million here and all this social activity that they're doing over here? I put it to you, yes. Okay. We can see from SimilarWeb what they're doing. We can see that yes, 40% of their traffic is from Google search. So for them, it's moderately important that Google love them, and they do. But Google love them because of all the social interactivity. Almost the same amount is people who know them, people who can remember the name and type the name in. Oh, I've got it bookmarked or something. 13% are from referrals. Maybe they have affiliates or something, I don't know, or partners. Allegedly only 2% of all that activity is 2% of their traffic, but obviously in reality it seems to be that it's actually accounting for much more than that, because the social seems to be driving the search. A lot of activity going on with emails as well, much higher than I normally see with similar. So 4.5% is traffic that's coming from emails, so they've got autoresponders and stuff set up. Maybe they email out deals or something, or they're sending out the contest results and competitions via email. Normally that's only 1 or 2% for most sites. Not really running any adverts, 2% basically. You can see that most of their So the referral traffic, they've got some articles on Dog Food Advisor and Dog Food Guru and stuff like that. So that's where their referral traffic's coming. So they're like directories or portals, or I don't know what you want to call those. In terms of paid traffic, we can see that these are the keywords they're going for, which is mainly their own. They've got a very broad term there called dog food. And I'm just looking for the paid traffic. Just seem to have missed. Maybe it's down there. Oh, it's down there, yeah. Now we can see that for paid traffic, although it's very little, most of it they're doing via this ad network called Criteo. And then the second up is Taboola. Now it's very interesting because Taboola are the content ad promotion people. So they do ads, but they're ads for content, not ads for products. So they're doing a significant amount of their ad budget on content marketing, with that. Okay, in terms of social stuff, we can see that Facebook is their most active channel. They do have a Reddit, so they maybe have a sub channel there. YouTube's a little bit there, Twitter's there, and they've even got a bit going on LinkedIn. So, although allegedly that's only 2% of the actual volume of traffic, it seems to be that it's feeding everything else, and getting them people into the emails and all that kind of stuff. Largely US based, but remember 4.5 million. Okay, compared to 1,000 visits a month to the shop for the bulldog people. Now, obviously, these people do a much more popular thing because it's pet food for all pets, not just bulldogs. But you wouldn't think that bulldogs would be that unpopular. But the main thing is that they're doing an awful lot of social activity, and their SEO seems to have benefited from that in the process. So, the question is if we could, if we could get all this social interactivity going on, or similar, or even get 10% of the what's going on here, would be 450,000 hits per month. Even if we did 1% of it, it would be 45,000 hits per month. That wouldn't be so bad, would it? Now, if we could automate all that, what would that be like? And if we look at their particularly their Google channel, I mean, they're mainly pictures, okay, cute pet pictures, okay. If we look at their Facebook channel, mainly cute pet pictures, okay. So that wouldn't be so hard, would it, to automate? Okay. Now they are being, more interactive than that, and to go to this level, certainly you want that human interaction in there. But obviously they're spending a lot of time in actually talking to people. They must have a social manager who actually spends the time to interact and answer all the questions and everything on their social channels. But the point is that you can get that much content up there largely with automation, and then just feed into it a little bit of that interactivity and do something, not as much as them, but something significant with them. Okay, so that's it. That's the quick 20-minute version of the SEO and how Google didn't really work for me, how Google seemed to be being influenced very strongly by the SEO factors and the other factors, and wouldn't it be great if we could get that much social activity basically on automation? And that's what I'm going to show you next.